So there is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is, let's make that bigger. There's the first 7. Check your work over. Everything's worth 2. All the work is there. If you did some of the work and got the wrong answer, give yourself 1.5. Don't bother writing it all down now because it's recording. Just check your answer and quickly check your work. Oh, neat. I already did a homework check. Did you do your homework? Yeah. I believe you. We're marking it right now. Everybody good? Once, twice, thrice? Okay. All right, that's 25 times 3, so that's root 5 times 3 root 5 minus 5 root 3 plus 3 root 3, which is root 5 times 3 root 5 minus 2 root 3, which is 3 times 5, 15 minus 2 root 15. There's the answer. That is 2 root 5 plus 6 root 2 minus 3 root 5. So that is 6 root 2 minus 1 root 5. And that is 25 times 6, so that's 60 root 6 minus 15 root 6. Plus 6 root 6 is 45 plus 51 root 6. And that is, I hate cube roots. That's 27 times 4. That's 8 times 4. That's 64 times 4. So that's 64 times 4. So that's going to be 6 cube root 4. Plus 2 cube root 4 plus 12 cube root 4 is 20 cube root 4. Making that page out of 22. Turn the page over. That's 144 times 2, so that's negative 72 root 2. That is done. That doesn't change. That's negative 4 root 30. That is 49 times 10, so that's 7. That is 14 root 10. That is 147. Does that divide by 3? Yeah, it does. 39. 49, yep. 3 times 49, so that is 70 root 3. 343. 343 can't be done. Divides by 7. 749. So that's 42 root 7. That is 4 root 10 minus 5 root 10, which is negative 1 root 10. That is root 45 plus 5 root 15, which is 3 root 5 plus 5 root 15. That is root 10 plus 5. That is 4 times 2, so that is 4 root 2 plus 3 comes out is 12 root 7 minus, and that is 9 times 2, so it comes at 3 minus 9 root 2, so that is 12 root 7 minus 5 root 2. And of course, order there, you could have negative 5 root 2 plus 12 root 7, of course. That is 4 times 6 is negative 8 root 6 plus 12 root 7 minus 9 root 7. So that's negative 8 root 6 minus 3 root 7. That is 9 root 5, that's 16 times 6, plus 8 root 6 minus root 6 is 9 root 5 plus 7 root 6. That is negative 6 root 7 minus 2 root 3 plus 8 root 7. So that is 2 root 7 minus 2 root 3. And that is 16, so that is 12 root 3 minus root 5 plus 12 root 3, 24 root 3 minus root 5, making that page out of 26. The whole assignment is out of 48. I will get those marks from you sometime this or the next block. Okay? Okay. What's next? Let's go over our cumulative, because that is... You all don't need me. You can do these with your calculator. If you can't remember how to do exponents with your calculator, I will remind you. It is 9, then whatever your exponent button is. Now, since it's a fraction, you should do 1 divided by 2. Or you could do 0.5, it doesn't matter. And then you hit equals. And what is the answer? 3. Then, of course, 27 exponent 1 divided by 3 is 3. And 625 will get you 5. We're running out of time, so I'm just going to tell you. Of course, you already know this, but you should recognize that 9 to the 1/2 equals 3. The square root of 9 equals 3. If the 9 to the 1/2 equals 3 and the square root of 9 equals 3, then 9 to the 1/2 must equal the square root of 9, right? That's just logic, yeah? If this equals 3 and this equals 3, then these two are the same thing, correct? Now, what does that mean for you? What little number should be written right there that isn't? 2. What power should 9 have is the power that we never write? 1. Notice, 1, 2, 1, 2. Holy crap, can this be so? Of course it is. 27 to the 1/3 equals the cubed root of 27, because they're both 3. 3, 3, 1, 1. So this gives us the rule, which is simply this. If I have x to the a over b, it is the b root of x to the a power. All of you should have seen this already. Easy to follow. All you do is you take the denominator, it goes to the index, you take the numerator, it goes to the power. And then if you can, you simplify. Now mine has a misprint here. Mine goes A, B, and then C is over there. Has yours done the same thing? What a pain in the ass. All right, well, let's write A over here. 0.04 to the 3/2. All right. Well, we know that 0.04 works better when we're doing square roots if we make it the fraction of 4 over 100. Everybody understands that, yes? Okay, and that is to the 3 over 2. Where does that denominator go? Got it written right here. Where does the denominator go? To the index, the root. I need the square root of 4 over 10 to the 3rd power. What is the square root of 4 over 10? Oh, sorry, 4 over 100. I gave it away. Not 4 over 10. 2 over 10. 2 over 10. All cubed. What is 2 cubed? 2 times 2 times 2. 8 over 10 cubed. 1,000. And you're done. That's all you do. It's just putting together both exponents and simplifying radicals that we've already done. Let's do B, and I'll do B in orange. We'll do it right here. 27 to the 4/3. Where does the 3 go? Index. Cubed root of 27 to what power? 4th. What is the cubed root of 27? 3. 3 to the 4th power is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 81. And lastly, because the printing is screwed up, we're going to do C over here. 8 to the 1/3 squared. Now, there's 2 ways we could do this, isn't there? We could take care of this first and then square it. Or we could take care of this first and then deal with the result. Does it matter which way we do that? Of course not. Who decides how you approach a question? You do. All I do is give you the tools to do so. Have I taught you how to deal with exponents over brackets? Yes. Have I taught you how to deal with exponents that are fractions? Yes. So you make the choice. What should we do first? What would you, the first person that would like to attempt it, what would you do? You would solve this, then square it? Okay. So that means this is the cubed root of 8, right? Squared. What is the cubed root of 8? 2 squared is 4. And you're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 0.49. How do we make that easier to work with? Fraction. What is the fraction of 0.49, Sihaj? 49 over 100. All to the 1/2. Where does that denominator go? Index. I need the square root of 49 over 100 to the 1st power. Do I ever write the 1st power? No. So all I need is the square root of 49 over 100. What is it? 7 over 10. Or, since I started as a decimal, 0.7. Now that's a pattern that is very handy for you people to see. Right? If there's 2 decimal places, the square root has 1 decimal place. If there's 3 decimal places, there's no square root. If there's 4 decimal places, what does the square root have? 2 decimal places. If there's 5, is there a square root? If there's 6, there is. How many decimal places in the root? 3. Good. Everybody is good with this. What is weird about E? There's a decimal out here. But isn't every decimal a fraction? What is that as a fraction? 3 over 2. So this is 16 to the 3/2. Now I know how to deal with it. Where does the denominator go? Index. Square root of what? 16 to what power? 3. What is the square root of 16? 4 cubed. What is 4 cubed? 64. Now I want to stop here for a second and show you something. Do not write down what I'm about to show you. Just watch. This worked nicely because 16 has a square root, doesn't it? What if it was the square root of 8 cubed? Does 8 have a square root? No, it doesn't. So I can't do anything with that, can I? If this doesn't break down easily and perfectly, here is what you need to do. it is still the square root of 8, but bring that 3 in here. Now, I have the square root of 8 times 8 times 8, right? Right? Which is the square root of 2 cubed times 2 cubed times 2 cubed, right? Which means it's the square root of 2 to the 9th, right? How many groups of 2 can I get out of there? No, because I'm taking out groups of 2. We did this yesterday when it was x cubed. I can take out 4 groups there, right? 2 to the 4th, which is, of course, 16, square root. What did I leave under there? 1 single 2. That's how you do it if it's not perfect. The 3 can come under there, and then you can work it out. All right? Now, please notice, you could also have done this. Right here, there's a pair of 8s, isn't there? So I could bring out an 8, and that would leave in there square root of 8, right? Square root of 8 is 4 times 2. Bring out a 2. And then I get 16 root 2, and I get the same answer. Please notice you now have 3 different methods of dealing with these questions. Who chooses what method to use? You do. Okay? Okay. So what's weird about F? It's another decimal. What is it? 3/4. So what do I need? 4th root of 81 cubed. Now, if you don't know the 4th root of 81 off by heart, then all you do is simplify here. That is 9 times 9 and 3 times 3 times... Oh, my pen is dying again. Close. Close. Open. That's the next quiz you're doing. 9 times 9. 3. It's still dying. 3 times 3 times 3. There we go. So it is 3 is the 4th root of 9 of 81 cubed. So the answer is 27. Can everybody do this? It's basically the whole unit in one question, right? Because you got to know how the exponents work, and you got to know how radicals work. Everyone is good? All right. Now, sometimes in the real world, it's not going to work out. Because this is really the 5th root of 8 squared, isn't it? Right? Does 8 have a 5th root? No, the biggest root 8 has is 3, right? Because the cubed root of 8 is 2. So it doesn't have a 5th root, does it? So this, we cannot get. It's irrational. So we have 2 options. 1, in real life, we use a calculator. So we're going to go 8 exponent bracket 2 divided by 5, close brackets, and get an answer. A big sick decimal. Right? What is it? Two point blah. Who cares, right? Because we know it's irrational. So Madeline's is 2.2 blah. Everybody cool with that? But in math class, we can deal with this, can't we? Right? Because this is the 5th root of 8 squared. What is 8 squared? What's 8 times 8? 64. Can we break 64 down? Sure we can. 64 is 2 and 32. And I can stop there because I know that 32 has a 5th root. But most of you will have to keep breaking it down. And what do you see? There's a group of 2. There's a group of 2. There's a group of 2. So 64 is also 2 to the 6th. Not 6 to the 6th, you moron. 2 to the 6th. Can I get out a group of 5 there? How many? 1. So I'm going to get 2, 5th root. What did I leave under there? 2. Real life, math class. Everybody understand both? Obviously, in real life, you go to your calculator because you don't go to Home Depot and say, I need 2 times the 5th root of 2 meters of fencing. Do you? No, you'd say, I need 2.25 meters of fence or whatever. Everybody understand? So let's look at this one. What's happening here? What is that in real life? How would I punch that into my calculator? 0.6 exponent what? 15 divided by 7. And I get whatever it is, like 0.01 or something. I don't know. What is it? 0.3. 0.334 blah, right? What is it in math class? 7th root of 6 over 10 to the 15th. Barf! So that's the 7th root of 6 to the 15th over 10 to the 15th, right? Well, how many groups of 7 can I get out of 15? 2. So I'm going to get 6 squared out there, aren't I? How many groups of 10? I need 7. There's 15 tens. So I can get out. Oh, my wife's sending me a text. Sorry, everyone. Forgot to turn the sound off. All right. And what did I leave under there? How many 6s? 1. How many 10s? How many 10s? 1. So that's 36 over 100, 7th root 6 tenths. Can I simplify that any more? 9/25, 7th root 3/5. That is super hardcore. Right? All right, we're going to skip the next page. It's garbage. And you are going to spend 15 minutes practicing page 40. Remember, if you can do all of them, you're good to go. Or if you can do a couple, you're good to go. Right? Go. Please notice in the second block, we are going to do a quiz. And then you're going to have some work time on your next assignment. I'm sorry I'm not being more helpful, ladies and gentlemen. This was a particularly important situation that my wife and I are involved in. I need to take care of this. I apologize. Normally, of course, you're my priority, but this is a significantly big deal.